Hi, Kim, and thanks so much for being here today. Really appreciate you taking the time to share your experiences as an authorized lay worship leader. Of course, this is to kind of highlight and celebrate the impact of your particular ministry and, to create a series of short videos to help inspire others who may feel called to serve in this way. So, let's start at the beginning of your journey. Every ALWL has a unique call story. So, what kind of led you to become an authorized lay worship leader? And how did you feel about God calling you to this ministry?
Well, I had a friend who was entering the evangelism program, and she called me one day and said, I'm going to evangelism classes. They're offering lay worship leader classes. I think you should come along and join that class. Um, Very hesitant at first. Is this something that I was capable of doing? Um, was I the person that had the ability to share the message of God and the message of Christ? But after prayer and discernment, my thoughts were that it's a journey I should take. I would need everyone, I believe, can grow uh, in their spiritual life by taking classes like this and just giving it a try. Um, I worked as a healthcare provider worker, a nurse, most of my career. And the two physicians I worked with were very deeply spiritual people, and they really encouraged me to take that journey. Um, I feel that when you use the word call, I always struggle with that. Was I called? Was it my personal decision? Those type of things. But one thing I knew that I would come out being a better minister to and caring for my patients in a better, caring way, more fully.
Now, as an ALWL, you've had the opportunity to sort of serve in different congregations. Can you share how you've been a blessing to the churches you've served?
One of my greatest joys, and one of the things that I have learned and appreciated so much, is the fact that I have not met a single congregation that did not live their life outside of the church as well as in the church. So it's very, very important to me to live our spiritual life outside of the church doors. If I only come to church on Sunday morning and then go home until Sunday morning again, so I hope my blessing then to them, which you just made me think of, is the fact that that is the message that I'm portraying. I routinely will call a congregation and say, can you tell me about your outreach programs? And every single one, as I said, in the Upper Susquehanna Synod has participated in some outreach program. And then I take something to support their outreach. Canned goods, hygiene kits, whatever. But I hope they know how important that is to me. And by sharing that, they grow in their giving too, or their outreach.
Oh, that's pretty powerful stuff there. Mystery is often just as much as a blessing to us as it is to those we serve. How has being faithful to this ministry blessed you personally?
Um, I believe that it has really helped me grow as a person because I think when you go along every day, at least most of us that aren't called on ordained ministers, we don't really sit and delve into that spirituality. And we may read the Bible or the scriptures, but do we read them thinking about a broader perspective, the people that we're serving, the pastors that are serving us, the leaders that are serving us. So I think I've been blessed by adding that level of thought process to my faith, thinking about others and really discerning and making that an important part of who I am as a Christian and as a follower of Christ.
Okay. There anything else you'd like to add to any of the questions for now?
One of the questions they asked us was a word of encouragement or maybe something to share. Would this be an appropriate time to do that?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So I thought it was really a good piece that I got here. It said, "How would you encourage others?" And I thought it was a really good way for me to think about this. And I would tell people, "You're not you will receive the support of your family, friends, and your church." The other thing I think it's so important for people to understand when they begin this process of studying is to use the resources that work best for you. If reading works best for you, read. If audio, listen to audio tapes. And if visuals online, then do that. There's no way set in stone. So if you're thinking about this program and you think, but I'm not a reader, don't let that stop you. And finally, I would say, know that you are not alone. God sent you an advocate in the Holy Spirit to walk the journey with you. And that Holy Spirit is with you in your best days and in your worst days.
As we wrap up, Kim, I just wanted to say thank you again for sharing your journey as an authorized lay worship leader. Truly appreciate your time and the work that you do in serving God and His people. Thank you again and take care.